And he might be using that Molotov very early. He will to hold back this banana play. So it's going to be quick towards A. It's going to be a relative direct approach.
Yeah, Simple's there, though. Oh, very quick approach from Simple. Quick spray. Had to try and shut down X7, who was jumping. Edward helps him do that. Steps out, in fact, finds a second. Round starts with Simple, and he may only get one, but, oh, I take that back. He did find a second, did he not? Must have been as we snapped over to look at Edward on the arch side, but Alexi is all that's left.
You think Simple hurt us, Matt?
Bomb. Maybe. Maybe me calling him out last game.
He was held to quite a quiet scoreline, all things considered, and the way that he was getting some of those certain kills were just on save rounds. So limiting his deaths. Alexi B, 1-on-5 situation. Just going to walk towards B. He's been spotted. The bomb will have been called now. Get that icy grip. And Zeus will make the shot. It's going to be up to the Glocks. Well, the Deagle's gone. And who's going to get it next?
No one. Simple says no. Simple might say a lot more than that. Headshot on X7 at least landed. Sergey gets it back in the end. You're too old. You say joke, you're an old man.
Yeah.
Just memeing. No, you're just joking. A meme is a specific thing. Flamey. And Zeus. They'll close out the round. 2-0 for NaVi. Second. Simple has certainly showed up on Inferno so far. Electronic swinging back out. Be careful from the front of the library. They're already at the arch side, or excuse me, the quad side. His teammates are already at the arch side. And X7 inside of the pit will hold for post plant. Sergey's even, in fact, going to get up toward Boiler, see if he can cut off the cross from alt middle. Maybe even just play toward the balcony. Either way, he doesn't have to move until information is gained and garnered from his teammates.
Oh, well, they are so indecisive right now on whether they want to go for it or not.
Simple's out of there. He's 8 HP. He says no.
But look at Flamey.
I know. It's an interesting call. You'd think he'd still want to be there to trade, would he not? Flamey's gone. That confirms that they'll have to back out. But that's a bit surprising. I would have thought he'd stuck around maybe in spawn, see if they get a pick, and then he's at least there to trade off of.
Yeah, and I thought they might actually go for it because they did so many saves in that first map on their CT side. They might have looked back at that and gone, hey guys, we didn't give ourselves enough of a chance to actually win rounds. Maybe we need to change that approach this time. So you could see as there were two players towards the arch side, two pushing up lane. Well,
want to cross over the arch. He's got to look left. Simple's giving the gap to him. Timing off. He pays a heavy price for it. Once again, it's X7 that takes him down. He isn't done there. He'll find it. They'll find Electronic. Sergey with the kill. That's fantastic. Look at the HP. So low, so close, but yet so far from NaVi.
And NaVi have to save, right? I said that Simple was just going to be gun on for the rest of the round after using all of his utility there, right? The fact that he still gets caught with the timing like that, it's normally what you try to avoid, or avoids itself when there's nothing else to work with. Obviously the flashbang, but those two big kills right there from X7 onto that A bomb site. Once again, it's similar scenes to what we saw on Train. They went for explosion plays towards the inner bomb site. They took down Zeus or whoever else was there in tow with him, and that was all they needed to force NaVi to stay modest, sit back and save the gun. So just having a look at these two teams, because they've both been around for quite an extended period of time. Electronic joining
behind the logs with Zeus to be in season. And the scope on the AUG makes no mistake to put him down as a result. Nade deep. Do further damage? No, it didn't actually. I thought it might catch Sergey on the way by, but not quite. It went a little too far. Sergey, speaking of, will then take the chance to try and take the ground back inside of it. As they backed off into the site, they've got the man advantage. They don't really have a need to stay so far forward. Meanwhile, it's just about finding a pick and a return and equalizer for Ence. Sergey's got Zeus. That's a good entry. That's exactly what they wanted. Now, they're almost forced to rotate. They aren't, because there's still activity toward A. Instead, they're going to try and fight top middle. Simple's down to aerial, but Sergey's still trying to get inside of the site. Might fall in return. He gets low, 24.
Flamey's getting flanked here. Does he know?
You're absolutely right. Alu snuck through as soon as the reload came in, as soon as Flamey took the damage. And he took the time.
He's got no idea.
Oh, he's done. This could even be a knife for Alu. He can build up some cash for the AWP, and he'll do exactly that. Flamey's gone. Edward and Electronic are as well. They're going to back out surely and get away with their weapons.
They have to go for a round eventually, though, Matt. They can't keep saving. They just can't. You know, I know it's still early stages, but you have to put up a fight at some point, because Ence are just going to keep running away with these rounds by letting them stay alive, by not going for exits, by not challenging at all. Sure, you're allowing yourself to potentially have more gun rounds going forward. I understand the loss bonus is building. But on Train, it came back to haunt them, right? You think about the string, that slew of rounds that they couldn't even get back into. They really didn't even give themselves a chance to retake. You know, you see certain teams, you look at MIBR as an example,
Sure.
at least historically when they were Luminosity and SK Gaming, and then you had the change of time from 1 minute 45 to 1 minute 55, you didn't necessarily, once the bomb went down, just run straight in there, right? You would actually just wait a little bit longer and see if they would push or get a little bit antsy in the retake situation. Well, NaVi aren't even staying close enough to get antsy. Well, pressure is on Ence. Like it wasn't that round. They didn't trade immediately, but Sergey got them back in it yet again. This time, the hero at the last will fall. Flame's going to give himself away almost for free there. Zeus is going to rattle some bullets off, do a little bit of damage, but he's going to get pumped on down to 54 points of health. Edward up close and personal in this apps position with the shotgun. He might have to deal with X7, who isn't pushing. He's kind of just doing that. It's not really a lurking job, but anchoring this position for information to make sure that nobody is able to push past the precipice of boiler and window room or halls, or even down mid for a flank. So he's, you know, getting information, but he's also acting as the canary in the coal mine if there is a bit of trouble. This is going to be a big duel.
And he could strike if they went back over toward B on the rotations against them. Oh my, Edward! That's how you use a shotgun.
They're going arch side here, so if they wrap onto A, Simple's actually hidden in Graveyard. He could pounce late with Edward baiting from pit, and if they go mid to B, they have to deal with 2 players passive on the side. It will be the wrap. Simple just needs to hide. Yeah,
and he's doing exactly that. He's holding it off inside of Graveyard. They'll know there'll be one inside of pit because the smoke was thrown out.
Edward's not baiting for him anymore, though.
The smoke kind of does, though, because they're going to have to rotate around. They're going to have to go that far, and Ariel's going to think that if he jumps up over top of Graveyard, he might be able to clear pit. And Simple was there for it. The problem is they lost Edward ahead of time. Bomb planted still. Edward trying, or excuse me, Simple trying to wait for his teammates on the bottom side of mid. Quick peek to the site, didn't see Alexi B on top of the box. They won't see Alu in the cubby, but there's a second one there. Zeus needs to trade off of this. He absolutely has to because Simple setting up and running the gauntlet on NaVi, but this time the gauntlet gets a strike back as Zeus finds one edge of the smoke. Did he get the second? He did. My goodness, he found Ariel as well. Crossing it does actually evade Zeus though because he was on reload. That means they clear out water, and that costs them dear. How? Because then they get the crossfire back. They're able to trade it back into a 3-on-3.
No kit.
And Simple has to cover the cross with the bomb down. Smokes are gone. That gives him the shot. X7 falls immediately. That bomb is a problem. It's sitting in the open. It is a magnet. And Simple is happy to play that game. So is Ali. We'll find Edward at least. Trying to fake anything? Try and bait it out.
It's got to go now.
A lot of HP. And Simple removes what's left of it. Play and how far they didn't go. As Zeus crosses over, gets forced out, but Edward steps up, so to Electronic inside of the pit. Edward on the site. Sergey wants to try and isolate. He will be able to do so. Nothing that Edward could do to swing wide, but he does hold the line, and it's all out with 1 HP. A tickle from Elmo would make him laugh. Gives up. Go to library. Don't give him more of a swing toward the center of the site. Electronics has to do exactly that toward the wall. They get him back through the smoke, though. Ariel with the kill and a smoke down in front of library. Simple's gone.
Save call.
He's making some early save calls, I have to say. I don't know what sort of read into the money system they've currently got, but they are absolutely trying to stretch it out as long as possible. 4-4 now becomes Ence's lead once again.
So here's the thing, right? If NaVi want to go for more assertive plays off the bat and try and ruin the round for Ence so they can't do these late round executes, they risk the danger because Ence are doing their defaults, right? They have the protocols in place, the contingencies if the kills go down. So that's why it's such a difficult idea for NaVi to go really aggressive without something set. It's not simple as, hey, I'll flash and you can pick, because if they're ready and raring, they normally have one player turned away. They normally have a player ready for those kind of angles. So NaVi needs to get a little bit creative, because if they're sitting back and just getting executed on, similar scenes to what we saw on Train, right? The inner bomb side, even rounds where they had 2 into it.
Himself up too far in. Smoke was already beginning to fade, and he didn't have a flash or anything to get him around the corner. Or at least not a teammate to help him do so. Still planted on B, though, and they're going to just save once more. Rotating off of it, they confirm that there's at least one over toward the cubby, and 8 players potentially stay alive. I say potentially. Sergey's getting a little bit further down, Banana.
To the new viewers, this might seem like there's not a lot going on, right? It might seem a little bit boring. Oh, there's not a lot of firefights. But it's how the map is being played like a chessboard, right? So with 1 kill in the rounds, they're getting check, right? And at that point, well, NaVi have to make a move of a defensive variety. They can't be aggressive because there's no avenue back in at that point. They kind of need to regroup the troops and then wait to play again.
But they're going to pursue it. I don't think they have the information whether or not he has crossed, but they'll nade into it. Easy to bounce. He dodges the flash, finds a second. Very well done, but Zeus has fallen to Alu in the meantime, which means the man that would have defended his retreat is already gone. Thankfully, the smoke down means he can still get away. Flamey stays on 48. And he seems to be comfortable with that because he'll stay out. He doesn't actually want to go back to the site.
Yeah, and he has to, right? Because they need to hold on to at least some map information for once. They're able to, you know, play a 2-3 setup, but if it's passive across the map, when I talk about having real estate under your belt, it makes it so much easier for Ence to fight and always have a number advantage. Well, this time round that they're down in a 3-on-4 situation, make that a 2-on-3 as the trade goes down with Electronic taking one. Simple will fall to Aerial. Now they're coming to the bomb site. Ooh,
wow.
Alu.
Run and gun. Edwards now got a lot of pressure applied. Already using the smoke to his advantage, but Alu goes pistol running and then op hunting up close to get Edward down. It's Flamey who started this round with 2 great kills. That's what forced them back over to A. That has to clutch it back. Shoulder peek, forget it. Alu's on. 7 for Ence.
Mac 10. Because of this entry factor towards Banana, he able to make that bad boy work. The Electronic. Chance goes missing there. 1 HP. 7 will have to be kept a little bit honest. He's going to drop on back. But at least they know what type of buy they're working with, at least.
Quick shots from Sergey won't land on Edward and Flamey, who are boosting backside of Emo. So they both have the same perspective, and it pays off. Unfortunately, it won't for the second as Sergey sprays in. Zeus is low, but he got tunneled on Zeus, and that allowed Flamey to get a shot when he was in the open. Now the 1 HP on X7 certainly matters, and Simple from range. It's not the 1 HP or it would have been a kill. He gets back inside of the door though, and they have to get close to him. And close they'll go. Simple will do the same in return. Everyone's low. Pistols now certainly relevant as Alu. He's got 11 kills, but only 34 HP is going to be found from the bottom of middle. In fact, take that back. It was Electronic that swung and got him, not the
He's already made his way over. They've just left Flamey to anchor the bomb site. So this is a big read right here. Maybe the change in the utility used in Banana makes them realize that this isn't the usual default from Ence.
Connect fast enough. They came out too quickly. Simple. In a tight position, does what he can, but man, oh man, Ence. Explosive time and time again over the bomb sites. Flamey left at a 1-on-3. Bottom side of Banana, I think he's going to slip the other direction, and he will back toward T-spawn.
Circle jump out of apps with the flash combo really makes it difficult for the balcony player. You could see there, if you don't get that first kill, then it puts pressure on your quad players who are playing close up. They have to swing and turn. Their attention's off of middle. The door's well and truly open. You've whiffed your shots. The trade player who's coming out of apps, he's able to take you down because your crosshair placement is off. You haven't had enough time to get the kill and reset. Great stuff from Ence here. That's a pace change. Obviously, it wasn't a rush, but it was more direct. You know, they've been defaulting and doing more late round situations and off of open kills. This time around, they've just gone, all right, well, we'll execute on this.
He is, oh, that gap was so close. But he knows they're there because they spray in. Just couldn't hit the shot. Sergey gets rid of him immediately. Perhaps starting to feel the pressure, trying to force some plays. Surely not. Surely his mentality is the same. He just can't find the luck to go along with it. As Zeus waits now, very alone inside of B. Rotation heading in his direction in the form of Electronic. And the bomb is in Banana. 53 seconds. There's 2 over toward A. Whichever side is open and has the least resistance is likely where they'll go. I think they're soon to find out that will be the A side. Smokes are certainly fine. That'll hold anyone at B in position. But already, yeah, telegraph, they're heading back down. It's now just Edward.
That mid-smoke is actually going to force them to have to go most likely through the App's position. And now that they've smoked off Arch, Edward's pretty much out of the round. If he tries to rotate back through from mini pit, he's going to die to X7, who's going to have the superior position on the balcony control. And he's dead anyway, seeking for information. You have to make a play, right? He had to do something. There wasn't a lot that you could look to. And I'm saying that I want to see them fight. No, Ence the one doing all the fighting here. Zeus will fall. Electronic, the last man standing. Org in hands. Maybe they'll be nice. Maybe they'll let him hold on to it.
Alu loves Inferno, and he is at 13-5 T-side of the AWP. That's a problem that NaVi is going to have to face. They're going to have to face the fact they've given up 9 rounds now. The T's as well. Seven and 6 Electronic. Og, 2 flashes. Armor and a kit. This is not at all what I would have thought from NaVi coming into this game. Simple after being absolutely resounding.
At all. One of the rounds they won, remember, they wrapped onto A and Edward had those 2 massive frags from the bomb site, actually finished with 4. So it's been individuals who have helped us get to at least this point, and there we go. Simple's going to find the head of Lexi B, and now it's going to be the A play. That's the trigger.
Simple rotates back in. Stays ahead of the play. He's got one toward top mid. Knew he flushed them over toward Electronic, and now he gets there to support him. He's got a second on Sergey, and finally a good defensive hold from NaVi. 2 players stepping up. Electronic and Simple, the 2 you'd want. 3 though for Simple. Simple, speaking of, he started off this game with 3 kills on the pistol. Flamey's gone down. He's going to have to wrap and push aggressively. Alu, there's a kit down in front of him. He's going to want to pick that up before he leaves this position he has. It's the only kit in play. X7. Comes out from pit position. Gave himself up to Electronic, who came in from above as Alu continues to tap over toward the site, but bomb is being planted. And the man advantage as well still sits with NaVi.
It's going to be both pistols they throw to pick this one up. There's a smoke on Alu.
Sergey trying desperately, but no one's revealing themselves. No one's sticking their head up at all. Edward still holds Boiler. 3 players in their position. Eventually, you just got to go. Just run around, force their aim off. Simples is on. He's gotten the headshots, and Alu, he'll drop. Have him still in library, but also they can attract players in B. Ariel has the bomb. Now their focus should firmly be inside of the site. Sergey, the player right in front of them, though, who slides underneath, rightfully so, on the AK, and Alu stuck in the site is surrounded. They'll recover the bomb. And potentially, the round, it should be now that they take down X7. Only 1 remaining, and that is Alexi B. He has only 1 kill in the game. See if he can find another now, he will. Mac 10, see if he can build up some cash.
Yeah, Flamey really just wanted to see if he could find him to take away anything they had going into the next round, but he will give up that Mac 10. So what becomes an option if Alexi does get the chance to hold on to this? But Edward, he's going hunting, and through the chicken pit he comes. His head will be taken off. I was going to say that he could drop the Mac 10 or the 6. This one should be a slaughter, but nobody's watching him, Matt. Nobody's watching the push at all. It's going to be called now by Edward, but will the Banana guys be ready?
Oh, they will. They've got to turn fast. They lost Zeus, but Electronic and Edward, they were indeed ready. 9-9, NaVi. Starting to change their fate.
Maybe a bit more expensive than that had to be. Nobody watching up middle for that early push, but even though the round went on the board, you'd say that Ence, considering the circumstances, would be relatively happy with that. 2 kills. It's not a clean sweep. Yeah, you got to take the little victories when you can. So first gun round of the game getting underway here. Alu will have the AWP, and Kevlar, we have been talking about his impact on the CT side. He feels like he has very good intuition about moving around the map. I talk about them not doing 3 players towards top of the map. They've gone with 4.
Yep, we saw this gamble out from NaVi in the last half, and it didn't work. They lost Zeus, and then they just backed off of it immediately. A lot of utility used and not a lot of ground gained. Similar to long A, I suppose, on Dust. You can put the people there early as long as you can rotate them back. Difference is that on Dust, you have the time to do that and still make it to the bomb sites as long as you send someone B. Here, you may not. If they attack A and you're still transitioning back through CT, you can leave a lot open.
Yeah, I think they were making up for the fact that they didn't have a lot of utility to go for Banana control, so they were using some of the A players' nades to help hold Banana at bay, but X7 falls, and there you go. In transition, that's what we're talking about.
Boost up. Sergey was in position to find 1. He drops off immediately. Alexi B is able to capitalize from the ruins, from the coffins. Series went out toward New Box. Zeus is dropped. He can't get the plant in. That was the only thing that was going to save this round for them. Flamey in a 1-on-4. Second he tries to plant, they're going to push, so he baits it. Baits it and nearly sprays for 2, but even then he would have been pushed out from CT, so.
Orping being difficult on a map like this. Hold up a second. It's going to miss him in the smoke again.
Yeah, they found him. He turned and just barely gets him. It probably would have been a 1-for-1 anyway, because they both would have thought they were equally as safe. And the second man would have responded after a kill. Sergey waits. He's holding underneath the atrium. He's got his face plush against the wall.
This kind of feels the game slipping through Navi's fingers at this point.
I mean, it felt that way in the first half more, if I'm completely honest with you. At least they won the pistol and closed the distance in this. Because the first half, man, oh man, 9-6. Even that took some efforts to get back to. But if it's the game, it's also the series. Keep that in mind. It's already 1-0 for Ence. That was a giveaway. Pistol could have only came from one place.
Oh, they're having a chat right now. If you can see on Flamey's face, Simple's face cam, when it was on him, he's leaning over having a chat. So I'm not sure if he's just calling out what he's thinking or if they're talking through the next round.
Well, this one's done. 6 seconds left. Six players alive at the end of it.
They're going to go. They need the individuals to step up right now and pull out some big entry frags.
Back in. Alexi's lucky to get away. 14 HP. Aerial is gone. Got one with a nade though. Simple may have taken him down, but he found Edward instead. Sergey sitting in the pit, catches off the plant. 14 seconds, they've got to get out. Simple gets only one in return. Jumps up and somehow finds Sergey, but he hasn't found the bomb. He will now. And he goes away from default because he doesn't want to get naded. He also knows there's a flank, and he also knows he needs position. Whoa! He actually gets the first one. He's got a chance. He knows Alu's up close, and he sneaks around. Oh, that's what we like from Simple.
The crowd absolutely loving that one.
Every single time, even in this series, he's been out of it, and he pulls that out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. 8 seconds on the clock when he puts the bomb down. They're all over him, and he finds both.
That's inspired me. If that doesn't inspire his teammates right now to put up a fight and give us a series, take us to the third, and give us what we want, I don't know what will, because Simple's happy with himself after that one, and of course he should be back under. That's insane that he pulled that off. You have to just think about the context of that. I think there was like 8 seconds left when he started planting. They were swarming him, and, well, they haven't started this round in good fashion at all. Alu in a different position this time with the AWP. Will take down Flamey, and now he's moved again over towards the arch side. This is perfect. This is great CT-sided AWPing from Alu here. You want to be really dynamic in this approach. Continue to move around.
No gap in the smoke. Makes it hard for the AWP to find the kill, but N5 at that range gets Edward down. Simple still inside of the doorway apartments. He's down by a man, and he has Zeus to work with. Bomb will get tossed down to Zeus from Simple, so they don't have to do any misalignment in position, and then he drops inside of the pit.
Just note Alexi's flank here. He can take a lot of time and come through halls even if he wants to. It looks like it will be middle, but this could be instrumental right here from the in-game leader events. Only has an MP9 to work with, but nades to flush out Simple's position.
Gets it. Oh my god. He only had a hand, a finger to fire at. And he's not done. They know he's there, but that doesn't make it easy. Alu, he does get the shot over top, all onto Zeus. Time ticks on the bomb, but the kid is there. You're right, there's time enough. Jumping up, though, Zeus is able to hold the line. Now we're seeing what NaVi smoke. Have to be careful. Electronic now showing off some speed. He backs off and allows his teammates to go in. Actually, I suppose in some ways bait Zeus, but it was by design, and exactly that. They get the trade. That's all that matters. As Simple still sits with 100 HP, he'll relocate with the AWP just to make sure that mid's covered off as such. That's why Flamey is positioned where he is. They're going to rotate this around. They're going to, what was you called this? The Bogdan strat?
Bogdan's Law.
Bogdan's Law, thank you.
It's because Steel and Bogdan got in an argument. I think it was in like a rank S pug or something, because I think Bogdan was low and wanted the AWP from Steel or vice versa. I'm not sure however it went, and ended up on Reddit. Just carried it through. I think a lion's share of the community might know what I'm talking about. If not, tweet me and I won't use it anymore. I'm only kidding. You don't have any control over what I say. All right, so going towards the A-bomb site.
Alu starting to miss. We know he went missing a few times in series at the major. His teammates did so well. He was a little shaky at times. He's been perfect almost today. That one, unfortunately, is going to cost them dearly because Sergey's all that's left, and he's over toward B. So now it's 13 for NaVi. Overpasses the third map.
Sergey's currently topping the charts right now with 21 kills, but he's going to do very good if he can hold on to this weapon right now. They want to hunt him down. Chasing. All three players from NaVi are swarming to his position. They've actually smoked off Ruins, and he's gone towards back aside. If he gets some kills, that is still going to hurt the economy of NaVi. They know where he is. It's the duel. Simple gets the better of him again, and now he is awake.
He's invading space. There's no question about it. Smoke down, flash out. Not on the left, though. Not where Alexi's playing from. He's at 1-1. He's forced out by Molotov's, and Electronic knew that he might be. Held the line. Big gap in that smoke, but no one there. take all advantage of it. He nearly got a second one, X7. It was close. He got Simple, didn't get Zeus. Zeus gets the bomb. That goes on the grounds and waits to be potentially defused. I think that's unlikely. They're already going to back off, even though it's just UMPs, but they want to keep the armor.
Yeah, the armor is key here. Saves them some money for the later rounds if it goes in that way. Edward has something to say about that. He's going to take down Sergey. He will be chased, but Flamey's there.
Great bait. Didn't bother repeaking, giving them a chance to kill him. And then their attention would have gone up toward Banana. He just baits them into his teammate.
Edward's ready for this as
well.
He
is. He's hunting. He knows he spotted two coming down.
Oh.
He's having some fun right now, isn't he? Look at him. He's just dragging them around. Alu's after it. Wants the AK. Edward. Oh, he's going to give it up, though. So Alu does get an AK from this, and they're trying to get there. They're not going to because he's gone the other direction.
7 is where I was going next. He only had 2, so that means he's managed 3 kills. There is another one. Make that 4. Needs to have impact now.
Tagged up X7 at 13 as he gets one more bullet through the wall, trying to get back inside of the site. That means an immediate rotation needs to come in. Ali will do so. So it's off at CT gap. Sergey underneath Atrium again. Has Aerial to play off of. Trying to play in tandem together. Watch and switch to where it needs attention more, but they're going to have company at potentially both boiler door and apartments. No, they're going to go back around. So this setup can work because they won't be able to jump down behind them. 3-out boiler. Setup's almost perfect for it.
Great trades.
Good trades, though. Both of them extremely effective.
Picture perfect there.
If you had gone one outside of the apartment, usually you can catch them off in that situation. But trades, if you think you're confident enough in getting them, work as well. And it's a 2-on-2. Bomb planted. Simple on the M4. Gets off the AWP to play the post plant differently this time, to play more aggressively. Let Zeus hold off in the pit. X7 firing speculative shots through the edge of the smoke. Won't be able to get anyone from the front of library. It might be their turn to save, perhaps. It's going to give up Matt Point. No, he's already, you're right, already around. Already in the open. Has it as well. Simple's down, but Zeus is turned to clutch in low HP. He should be able to do so on the AK. He does. He plays off Simple once again.
Final round potentially on the cards here, round number 27. A very mixed buy here from Ence. A couple of SMGs in play, and they'll find the opening.
That was lovely. As soon as the flash bounced off the wall in Boiler, he pushed because he had to look away. Good counterplay. Lexi B better hope that AUG works wonders.
I feel like they should potentially go for contact here as opposed to throwing utility. And that's what they will do, but Alexi, he's going to get the better with the AUG trained on that position. And now this becomes very difficult for NaVi to get back into. Ence doing a very good job of not giving up the resilience that we spoke of earlier. Staying true. Boosting quietly. That MP9 now becomes even more effective as it has the ability to do damage. Simple, very smart. Throwing away that AWP now, so it's not going to be able to be collected from the side of Ence if they do win the round.
They have the entire mid wall, though. So there's no chance that they can even try and surprise them on the A site. Maybe they get in apartments. Highly doubt it. They're controlling that early on, right? So be confident in their position. Lexi B. Pulls the attention. MP9, not enough power. That gives Edward both. Snaps it back, and Alu gets only 1. Low HP for Zeus. He's going to hold the plant 10 seconds. Simple has to protect him. He does! How does he get that? Alu had absolutely every right to take down Zeus, and somehow it's a 2-on-2 as Simple turned back just in time. They'll flash in. Aerial wants desperately to find the low HP man that scurries to Nubox, and they've got a crossfire set. Simple with the AK. No kits. They've got to go, and they go towards Simple. He finds one, knows where the second is, but he in turn has been found out. Whoa. And it's a good recovery from Aerial. And there's enough time, even on 10 seconds.
Wipe the sweat off the brow right there. Gets tight. Aerial will get the defuse and should be able to pick up an AK, so he can drop a gun across in this one, even an AWP if he wanted to Alu. Alu has enough to buy a rifle and drop that to one of his other teammates, so there's going to be more than enough guns to go about, and I can see that they're going to do exactly that. So Aerial's dropped the AWP, Alu can drop an M4, X7's opted to go in for the MP9, but everybody else is going to have Quite a nice buy going into this one right here, whereas NaVi, they've almost bottomed out. They only have Simple with residual cash right here. This one could go the distance. We're getting to a very dangerous stage of the game right here, and Alu, he's close middle. Banana control is going to be a little bit easier to get this time round. X7 is going to have to only be able to take close range kills. Nade damage done to him early, down to 48 points of health. 4 players towards Banana at this position, and now the kills can come on in.
Like CB trying to work, trying to get his teammate in position in X7, but MV9, he was jumping, he gives his position away, does a lot of damage, to be fair, but he's caught in the reload, and Electronic and Zeus, they'll find both of the CTs trying to get aggressive. And that could be it, because the rotation required, they're not in position, and still Sergey is stuck at middle, doing battle with Flamey. There's only 2 to retake the site, make it 1. Electronic finds Alu. Real gets 1 back. Desperate to spray into the stained windows, but nothing around behind him just yet. Simple just faces him straight on. This is done. Sergey with nothing at all to argue. 16-12 NaVi. They'll put us on overpass, and it's Flamey that confirms.